Hello, my beautiful Cancers. Welcome back to Queen Cup Tarot. I am just shuffling up right now, catching a vibe, getting ready to do your October 2020 tarot readings. For those that are new, welcome. It's a privilege and honor to read for you, connect with you, and of course, ascend with you. And I feel like a very celebratory energy surrounding what, at least the group I read for, I feel like you've reached a precipice of your ascension journey. Obviously, it doesn't end, but there are these like phases. Think of like a grade. You've completed a grade, and there is a celebratory energy that I'm feeling. Some of you could be around a Libra because there's Libran energy, a lot of celebratory Libra energy. I know it's their birthday, but it felt more like people celebrating these things that they have overcome, new phases of their life because they just know the old is gone and done with. Just felt personal, which birthdays can sometimes not be personal. Yes, they're about you, but are they personal? Not necessarily. Sometimes it's more so about what it looks like and not so much about it being personal to the person. And I feel like for some of you guys, the Ace of Cups, for many of you guys, I feel Cancers are falling in love. But I feel this energy like you're scaling the walls a little bit. It's almost like the divine is bringing you down the path of love, and a part of you is afraid. We talked a lot about reclaiming your cup, your availability, why you were stuck on the past, how to let go of the past. And I feel like you're now here, and the divine, you know what time it is, Cancer. Many of you know, whether you're single or you're just in a relationship, regardless, I'm tapping in. Some of you guys know that this is the phase of your life. If you are in a relationship, you know that you are going to conceive and have a child, because this is just, you are in alignment to do that because you've manifested that. There's this sense of, because now for some of you, this is a child. Like for those of you that are in like established relationships, this child is marking this new karmic cycle. So meaning this child isn't conceived in the energies of any of your other children, or for some of you that have lost children, the energies that I think karmically you were avoiding conceiving that child under. Because I believe that you can induce miscarriage. I'm going to do a whole other thing about that. I also know that it's out of your hands, but I believe, like, from my own personal experiences, right? And that's always where I read to you guys from, obviously what I'm being downloaded, but also what I know, like what's in my understanding. Anyways, I just feel like some of you guys are doing it differently this time around with regards to a pregnancy, where for others of you, you're falling in love, but you are resisting it a little bit because you know what this is. You know that it's love. You know that there's weight to it. It's intense, but there's resistance. And I think the resistance is because you know what you've got. You know what time it is. You know what the divine is asking you to do again. And it's to fall in deep love. The Lovers. And I just feel like Cancer, and it's funny because the energy I'm getting is all Cancerian. And typically this is everything you guys look for, want, all these things. But the energy I feel surrounding it, now that you're bringing it in, it's fearful because you know what it is. It's almost like if you've been seeing it, you already know how intense this is. Some of you feel like you don't have a choice. Like you are falling in love with somebody and you don't really have a choice. You can't help it. You can't help how you feel. You can't help what this connection does to you. Oh, yeah. But I'm getting it's you, Cancer. Which, ironically enough, by astrology standards, you would be the one that's all open and all fucking no. And it's because you have been open before and it didn't work out. And now you're being presented again with an opportunity to choose love, choose to embark in love. And I just see you going to your guides being like, oh, fuck. Like, and they're telling you, don't tell me about but what happened in the past. The divine doesn't want to hear that. There's no cups in the Lovers. They don't care what you did with your cup in the past. Right? It's your cup's right here. right here, right now, present. So don't allow your past to dictate how you move forward in this connection, should you choose to move forward in it at all. Because I'm getting the impression that some of you guys might be sabotaging, completely reclusing, disappearing. Like you go, that's like what I'm tapping into is like Cancerians that had an amazing date. Like say you went out with somebody, you had an amazing time and you haven't called them. You haven't texted them. If anything, you're dodging their calls, and your friends or family might be like, so what happened? Have you talked to so-and-so? I heard the date went really well. And you're like, no. And they're going, why? You're like, they're like, has he or she not called you? And you're like, no, they have. Like, did you respond? And you're like, no. Like, I feel you are, you know, like imagine your cup is completely filled to the brim. You're walking like you don't want it to spill, but now you're just not walking at all. Like, I don't know. Yeah, like, nope. I see one of your friends looking at you like, the date was good, right? Like, yeah. So you want to see them again, don't you? And you're like, oh yeah. And they're like, okay, so why don't you fucking... It's kind of feeling like that. And this doesn't feel like some young person who's new to dating. This just feels like cold feet before you've even gotten involved. Cancers have cold feet. And you're not even in the fucking pool yet. Fuck out of here. You're like, the water's cold. You haven't even touched it. You're like, nah, I'm not getting in the water. It's freezing. It's like, is it though? Like... The Chariot, there's your energy as well, Cancerian. It's funny, we've got Gemini and Cancer in chronological order, so something is perfectly in sync. There's a phase, there's a process here. The divines put you through a process. And I feel like Cancer, you're at a point of the process where it is time to do it again. And it's the divine saying you have a choice in love. It's the negotiations of a contract again. Last time you didn't negotiate. Last time you offered your cup, you did not negotiate it in your best favor. What I need if I give you my cup, what's in my best interest, where I'm trying to go. Your negotiation process the last time you were here was like 5 minutes. You're like, yeah, here's my cup. And the divine's like, are you sure? And you're like, yeah, for sure. And it didn't work out that great, did it? So don't be afraid of giving your cup again. What you need to do is pay attention to the lovers, this negotiation process. This is what ensures that it's safe to give love. Talking about what it is that you need. Expressing yourself honestly. Talking about your ascension journey. Like, even if you are talking about past relationships, talk about how you've ascended yourself from them and how you are not looking to perpetuate karma. And this is why you move differently now. Not just talking about it in hopes that people read between the lines and see how still in pain you are about the past and heal it. Like, it's like, people can be really weird with regards to all these devices. Anyway, I guess it's a sign. I just need to move on from that. Now we have the, that's the 9 of Wands. Absolute determination. I got that in Libra's reading too, about loving again. Libra needing to be brave enough to love again. And there was all these reasons that were stopping them from loving again. Like I was getting in the Libra reading that there were people struggling on past partners they would never be with, all because they lacked faith about future love. They didn't want to do it again. They didn't want to be vulnerable again, get to know somebody again. Like they didn't want to do that, but they wanted new love. They didn't want to do the act of offering it again with the fear of it not working out. That their expression of love wouldn't yield them the results that they wanted. I am getting a little bit of this energy, and I think this is because I think the reason why it's coming in is because we're in Libra season. This could be happening now, like very, very current. Remember, we don't, time is illusion. This reading could apply to you next year, could have applied from a year past, or it could be happening right now in the present. I have no clue. Even with my own readings, for me and what resonates with me, sometimes it resonates with a year ago. Sometimes I can know I'm talking about the distant future. Sometimes it's the present. It really depends. Time is definitely with the divine. They run that, and they deserve to. They're making all of our dreams happen, or at least showing us how to, helping us to do it, right? Handling what we can't, fighting spiritual battles on our behalf, leaving all these notes and clues and signs to lead us to our greatness, our ancestral abundance, our healing, love. Yeah, you guys are about to negotiate or are in negotiations surrounding a new contract. And that is what, there it is. For those of you struggling to go into a new relationship, whether it's a recommitment, a new reconciliation, I don't give a shit. The key here to get Cancer to move forward, we didn't pray and we are going to pray. The key that's going to get Cancer to move forward, I'm sorry, these messages just came out. I don't even know if I did the intro, is this negotiations. Don't be so worried about offering your cup again. You will naturally feel like wanting to do it. Why? Because there's a natural lover in you, Cancer. It's in your nature to want to offer people love, nourish them, love them, make them feel good, make them feel special, or at least in your life, right? That's not the issue. This will be the issue if you don't negotiate your terms properly, which is what's karmic. When you get to the 6, the lovers, the choices surrounding love, it's about putting your head and your heart on the same page and negotiating what is in your best interest. Because you've learned what's in your best interest by coming to this table and not getting what you needed, not negotiating your terms surrounding love and offering this. These are the intentions, the terms, and you negotiate. Because you might come out of this phase and not offer your cup, but you should give yourself the chance to know it's about this negotiations, because what looks like happens is that you communicate what you need, what even your fears are, your hesitations are, ask the appropriate questions. Don't be afraid to be disappointed. You get the clarity you need to make the decision to move forward in love, even if you're feeling like the wounded warrior, because this is Cancer leaving the month of Libra season, feeling like, fuck it, let's do it. I'm going to do it again, fuck it. And I'm not saying do it again with some person from the past. I'm saying love again, offer your cup, be available. I'm hearing so many things about what you tried to offer in love that you don't do anymore. That's why I feel like you're scaling the walls. You're telling God, it's here, love's in front of you. And if it's not collective, oh, it's coming. And it's coming relatively quickly with the Chariot, right? This could be somebody coming towards you. A connection, the force of which the connection that these people are under, like that, the force that their connection makes is what's getting you. Because if it wasn't this intense, collective, I think you would have sabotaged it, dropped it, just assumed it wasn't. Like, that's how resistant I feel Cancer is about loving again. This came in the Libra. But what I do see in your reading is you moving forward. Why? Because you honored the part of you that needed to be honored. It's the head. We've got your heart here. Oh no, it's your heart. It's not the head. Because a lot of you know you love, a lot of you know you want to move forward with this person. It could be the head, it could be the heart. For some of you, it's the heart. You didn't reclaim your cup of love. And when you hear me say that, that means reclaim your availability and everything you did, loving somebody before when it didn't bring you all the results. And then it's, well, I don't do that anymore because this happened. Well, I don't do that. You've changed your love language because of trauma instead of solidify your love language. That's spiritual warfare. So this is you grounding yourself in your love language, willing to love again, but negotiating the terms so that it's better worth it, so that you're protecting yourself. And you could still, because this conversation here, the courting process, getting to know, is not about creating expectations. Well, I expect this and I expect this. No, this is my love language, what makes me feel good, what makes me feel seen, heard in a relationship, what my love language is, meaning how I love to love you, right? Determining compatibility and also staking your love language, staking what it is, your love energy, and how you're committed to contributing to a third energy. Because for many of you, you weren't committed to contributing to a third energy. You might have, because I'm tapping into a group of Cancers who have perpetuated abandonment. They'll drop people, they'll disappear, they'll love and then pull back and be cold. Like, I'm getting that you have been tested before about loving again and you didn't. Some of you started becoming like the karmic energy that hurt you, non-committal, non-reliable, not affectionate anymore, these kind of things. You lost your own essence. So you're needing to reclaim the natural parts of you, the person who will love and will, just be whatever it is. I see you guys moving forward in a connection, and it's because there were really important things revealed in a conversation, a discussion, where for others of you, this connection is going to occur very soon, and that's what you're going to suffer from, is resisting it. I think your mind's going to know that this person is what you've manifested. I just think your heart is going, am I really willing to do this again? And the divine's being like, let's talk about it, so that whatever efforts you do put in, you feel more confident about doing it. The divine's not going to force you to give your cup, even to your own divine partner. See, the divine's trying to show you and counsel you and say, wants you to reveal that this is in your best interest so that you can be excited. Some of you are not going into love feeling excited. You're like, okay, here's my cup. Why? Because you're anticipating being disappointed and hurt again. The divine doesn't want you to go into love feeling that way. So they're like, express yourself. Talk about what you want. Talk about your reservations. Talk about what you need, your needs, as well as your love language, meaning how you tend to your partner's needs, because they're all differently. I'm getting love language conversations. I see you moving forward in this connection. You're just conflicted. The Tower, the Five of, some of you might sabotage it. Like I said, like sometimes, like some of you are being tempered for this soul connection. So some of you guys just might manifest partnerships that just don't work out repeatedly. And it's because you keep fucking up this negotiation process. When it talks about choices in love, everybody says it's about two lovers. No, this is your decision in love. This is the divine looking at you and your partner, whoever you're looking at, and trying to negotiate an authentic, high vibrational love connection, which is going to support your mission and moving forward. Meaning, am I in alignment with this person? The more you feel in alignment with them, collective, the more willing you are going to be to move forward in love, regardless of how many times you've been hurt, heartbroken, or how afraid you are. You're not going to care. Like I said, you're going to feel, some of you are so drawn, like you're moving forward in love and you don't even, like you can't help it. Some of you are not resisting. Some of you are not resisting at all. That's what I heard some of you say. I ain't resisting none at all. So some of you guys are moving forward really quickly in love. And I was getting that in the Pisces reading, where some people could be judging you because of how quickly you're moving forward in a connection. And you're trying to explain to people it's because you're awakened, but people are afraid that you might be making the same decisions. And what you're trying to explain to people is, I'm not actually doing the same thing again. Last time I moved quickly because I fucked up and moved quickly because I lacked this. I didn't communicate my wants. I didn't ask the right questions. I didn't seek on honesty, truth, and understanding. I just wanted the compatibility, the company, the sex, the support, the whatever. Right? So this was settling with whatever was presented to you, instead of actually taking time to determine. So before, in the past, moving quickly was because you didn't seek out what was in your best interest, where now you're moving quickly because you determined this already. Because you're being so open, so clear, so transparent. Why? Because you're not resisting the need to be vulnerable in a new connection. Some of you know that in order to keep this, that you need to not resist it. And that it's just about doing things differently this time around. Honoring yourself, not abandoning yourself, not assuming the worst, not, letting your empathy make you think you know people than you really do. Yes, your intuitive and empathic abilities are going to give you things about people, but you need to communicate, observe, study, and take time with people to truly know the layers of them. So this is you letting your intuition tell you, well, I already know what they're thinking or and you don't not take the time to actually communicate and talk to them and gain a deeper level understanding instead of just settling with the base level understanding that your intuition is giving you at that time. Oh, they're mad and they're angry, but you don't know why. And you don't know what's prompting it. You don't know the root cause. Right? Oh, they're not talking to me and it's probably because they're fucking somebody else. Now I'm seeing, I felt like I was the star and the 4 of, this is avoiding wish fulfillment. Some of you guys are resisting love and it is dangerous. You're going to pretend like you don't have it. And some of you guys are pretending that you didn't manifest love because you're too afraid to open up to it out of fear of what has occurred in your past, which is the Tower. For those of you that are looking for career, because I've been getting a lot of relationship dynamics in the past 2 days. So that was that was earth and water. You guys might want to watch, Taurus. Taurus reading was like all career. It was very intense career. Virgo was a bit career based too. I think Aquarius had some career. No, Aquarius was very relationship based. Some of you are looking for career messages and I don't know if you're going to get them here. But they're definitely in the Taurus. Because some people are going to be in the Taurus reading and be like, is this whole thing about career? And I think it is. Like, I don't know. Somebody doesn't care how somebody feels. They're going towards wish fulfillment. Somebody might be trying to burden you, Cancer, with their feelings, meaning you need to care about my feelings more than you care about your own. And I see Cancer being like, no way. I care about my feelings more. Why? Because I think you smell the Ace of Wands. You smell the Ace of Wands and you smell the 9 of Cups. That's excitement. That's a new beginning, which is what you wished for. So you're feeling fulfilled. Because I feel like somebody wants you to care more about this is the complete opposite energy as this. So there could be a group of you in the collective that are not feeling like you're bringing in wish fulfillment. If anything, you feel like you were tricked. Something you thought that was wish fulfillment when you were really ignoring the signs, which the signs would have told you that this isn't truly what you want, or you didn't even have a knowing, an internal knowing. Remember, when you don't have a knowing and you're negotiating love, you don't get what you want. Why? Because you don't know what you need. You didn't negotiate it. It's getting kind of complicated. Yeah, somebody. The Empress and the Knight of Pentacles. I think you're very happy by what you're being presented, Cancer. I'm seeing, if it is career related, you're already sitting there feeling abundant, probably because you have already brought yourself to a certain level of independence. You're manifesting love. You're moving forward independently and in love. And now, if there is career, it's almost like if this about career and abundance, this seems to be almost like the Empress is going, my hands are already full and I'm getting more. Like it's just everything. Some of you actually might hit a point where every area of your life is feeling abundant. That's what the Empress strives for. So it's an abundant home, it's abundant relationship, abundant bank accounts, abundant pantries, food pantries, abundant, you know what I mean? Like I just feel like some of you also are being offered an opportunity and you're going to be like, my hands are full. I don't have the capacity. Somebody's like, oh, I have a great idea. Or do you want to do this or something? And you're like, my hands are full. I can't. Some of you actually might be taking on this burden. Be careful though, because you might be determined to take on this project or help this person, but your hands are full and you'll end up dropping something. Losing something. So be careful that you're not putting too much on your plate and shit is starting to become a mess. You want to keep things organized. Ooh, this is like the title comes in the deck. 2017 Reno. This is all I'm getting. Or Reno. Tori. Someone's getting corrective surgery on the scar. Bejo. Roberto. (2017) 2 + 1 is 3 + 7 is 10. And it's right beside the 9 of Wands. Be very careful, collective, that you don't bite off more than you can chew. You might end up losing something. Or someone is coming to help relieve a burden from the Empress, meaning her hands were full. She's looking at being determined. And now a burden's relieved, but it's being relieved because somebody comes and helps. I know it looks like the Knight of Wands, but it's the Knight of Pentacles. I know he's holding a wand, but it's the pentacle. Denier. Yeah. The Two of Wands. It's a new path. Somebody's coming with you. Whoa, this is really cool. It looks like you actually acquire a friend, like a really good friend, somebody whoever's coming to offer you help, whoever's presenting an idea to you, whoever is coming to relieve the Empress is going to be a part of the Empress's life with the Two of Pentacles. This person is part of your path, collective. So they're not just coming to save the day, to help out. They're actually a part of your future, which is pretty cool. Whether it's romantic, it doesn't necessarily have to be romantic. Like I said, I feel like there are things that you're manifesting. Your abundance and stuff is really a reflection of how far removed you are from your past, because how unabundant you were in your past and in your karmic cycle, living out karmic energy. It didn't feel the way it does now. So you're seeing the difference, and you're really starting to understand that the past is truly the past, and that you are on a new path and you're totally equipped for it as you're sitting in the Empress position, which is fantastic. And then we've got the Hierophant. Wow. That's beautiful. Some of you guys might meet your romantic partner through a friend that you acquire that helps you out. It's just like you find a new friend and you're like, wow, this person really helped me out. They were awesome. I just really click with them. And now all of a sudden you're clicking with the people they click with. And now boom. 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 No days off. Sorry. Sometimes I get that Tourette's. Oh shit. What the fuck? Who are all these people looking at? Look. He's looking at him. He's looking at him. He's looking at him. Where are they all looking? At the Two of Swords. What the hell is this? And Death. She's looking there too. What are they looking at, Father God? The Magician. Watching somebody work. And the High Priestess. That's so cool. See? That's why I like this deck, because of the angles of the people, and their eyes are really clear, so you can actually, they interact with each other. The way the cards are drawn, they interact. So if you look, the Knight of Pentacles, I don't know if you can see, the Knight of Pentacles is looking this way. The Knight of Pentacles, the Pope, which is the Hierophant, the Empress, and the King of Cups are all, and the Strength are all looking at the Magician, who's looking at his table, and the Empress. Somebody is trying to, this could literally be an SLT team. Some of you guys are being brought on to a board of directors, are being put into a management position, making a presentation. Somebody's helping you to present to a group of people. Looks like the High Priestess is presenting with her buddy here, trying to get people to understand what she's doing with the Magician energy. Look what we're trying to do, and they're all watching, observing. Somebody looks really jealous and angry about that. They're trying to hold their tongue. Excuse me. I don't know. Looks like some of you guys are presenting something, trying to get people to understand what you're doing. And the sun, I was going to say, there's a lot of people really pleased about what you're presenting. I see people who've worked very hard to grow themselves look at you collective and be really proud of how far you've come and how much you've grown. These are people who grow. These are people in the arena giving accolades to other people in the arena. These are people who've ascended, who've grown, who've overcome a lot, that are recognizing you collective. They're seeing a likeness in you. Your spiritual royalty is getting you to shine bright, and it's getting people to see kin in you. They're seeing themselves in you. They're seeing mission in you. The Fool. Yeah. And there's a low vibrational energy. I can't pretend they're not there. I would love to just read the high vibration and all the great things, but these low vibrational people who are getting lapped, they're not in alignment, they're not getting that the world is changing and there's an evolution. They are really attacking the people who are evolving. Why? Because inherently, your evolution is making people feel left out. And that's what happens. You can choose to be inspired, collective, by people, or you can choose to be jealous. I just feel that energy. I feel collective, regardless of your sign. There are so many people in the collective that are dealing with people who, instead of, because I'm tapping into people in the collective who feel really disappointed that people aren't cheering them on, rooting them on. People who have known what they've gone through are fucking, the way they're speaking about them. Like, there's this sense of you being fucking hurt. And it's because you're not understanding. You're not having compassion for the low vibrational people that hate you. Of course they hate you. They're not in alignment. They don't love themselves enough to see themselves as capable of acquiring, of living out greatness, of putting themselves in alignment, of changing their circumstances. These are people that blame external always for why their circumstances are the way they are. So when you go out in the world and create change, it disturbs them. It contradicts everything that they tell themselves every day when they either don't get off their ass, they don't go and do the dark night work, they don't do the spiritual work, they don't be honest with themselves. They don't try. There are people that are, it's like, and what I'm seeing is it's the proof is in the pudding, because I'm looking at it from an aerial view and I'm like, there's no debate here. You can see the difference. There are a lot of people that are projecting their lack of success, their lies, their laziness, their low vibrational, hating ass, bitter ways onto the people that are trying to inspire their bitter, low vibrational ass, yo. Like, it's just this energy. I'll be honest, my Aries moon energy is not with it. Like, I will avoid low vibrational conflict. Like, I'll avoid that shit. But then there's a part of me that when I feel like it's unavoidable, I respond like it's unavoidable. Like, I just feel like energetically it's unavoidable. And I'm like, okay, let's do this. Let's address these low vibrational people that shouldn't even be on this channel, first of all. Okay, because I don't read for you, and you know that because you come every month and nothing I talk about happens for you. Fuck. I hope I didn't blow this whole video. See, that's what's been happening. My Aries, who was it? Was it Honest Truth Tarot? Shout out to her. I really like her. She's been around for a while. But I was on YouTube in the feeds, and I saw she did a post talking about the Aries moon. I didn't even know the full moon was in Aries. And she's like, now listen, guys, if you are feeling like you want to snap and you're want to blow up. And I'm like, okay, so I'm not losing my shit because I feel great about life. I'm manifesting. I feel like I'm in alignment. I feel like the universe, I'm in all the work I did to strip my ego so that I could be part of the ecosystem is starting to pay off and make manifestations a lot easier. So I'm feeling great. But then there's this fucking bubbling up of the low vibrational energy, and my tolerance just feels like, but honestly, I I need to stop explaining myself because I need to give the benefit of the doubt to the people who truly resonate with me and already know the deal. Whether you're feeling impacted by the Aries full moon, you guys watch my readings for you guys and know that I give them to you in whatever energy I give you me. I offer these messages to you as authentically as I possibly can. I'm not going to pretend that I'm in a higher vibration than I am. I'm not going to pretend that I'm not tapping into a low vibration. I'm not going to pretend that I'm not as bright as the motherfucking. Do you get what I mean? Like I have to. I just give you me, you know. And I'm explaining it because on the YouTube it's hard. You know, it's not all people who love me. It's not all people who want to see me win. It's not all people who resonate with me and are doing this damn thing called ascension. It's not. And because I'm a super empath, I feel it from the highest vibration. I can sit here and cry because of the love I've been touched with by you people that I have never seen and probably will never see. Your prayers, I know there's people who genuinely pray for me on here. That's massive. Because I know that that's the most important, that's the best thing you could do, the most powerful thing you can do for somebody is to pray for them. With regards to the spiritual world we talk about, yeah, right? So I can feel that, right? But I can also feel the low vibrations, man. I'm talking of people who were my friends and family at a point of time, you know, that are on here talking shit, trying to bring me down, disliking, fucking all this shit on here. It's pathetic and it's funny because if they actually properly revealed themselves, I would directly, live and directly tell them, yo, your low vibrational, unabundant life is a reflection of where you put your efforts and your intention. And then you put your attention and your efforts into hating on people, getting fucked and high and doing nothing. You understand? Yeah, man, they're on here. I don't know why. And it's because they want to, I have people collective because I'm a Cancer. I guess that's why it's coming out. I guess this is I'm for the Cancers this month. I just have these low vibrational people, man, that I'm no longer friends with come back on my shit. And I'm like, what else do you want from me? You know what I'm saying? Go live out greatness. I inspired you. Instead of being a jealous bitch, go live out greatness. You know, be inspired. Anyway. Oh, I ruined the video. Fuck. I wonder if I can edit it out. Anyway. The moon. And the Five of Pentacles. I'm still clearly hurt by some of my karmic experiences. But anyway. Yeah, my shadow really feels it necessary to address some of these low vibrational people who shouldn't even be watching my channel, because I have people collective who have told people lies about who I am that are hoping that I prove their lies right, and it will never happen, yo. Your lies that you tell people are a reflection of your life, and if these people were smart enough to see, they would know. And collective, I'm speaking to probably one or two people in particular that shouldn't be on my channel, and I know them personally. So just please, like, skip over this, okay? No, seriously. I don't know what the fuck they're on here watching my video for. Like, I don't have readings for you. Like, we don't resonate. Whatever's manifesting in my life, you're not in alignment for, else we would have still been friends. You get me? Okay, get the fuck out of here. These people are ridiculous. They don't know how to move on. So they want to see me fail because they went and told everybody that I ain't shit, right? So they're hoping that I fail. And it's just like, instead of hoping I fail, why don't you hope you win? Like, anyways, I'm sorry to have gone on a little tangent to address one or two low vibrational people that need to move on with their life. Okay. And like, we're not friends. We're never going to be friends. You need to move on. All right. Anyways, talking about moving on, I'm going to wrap this reading up here. And I'm sorry, Cancer, that I ruined this like video, because it actually felt really, really good. But then I felt the low vibration and my shadow just really asked if I could communicate that. And I said, fine. Communicate like that to them. All right. Anyway. Continue to let your inner angels live, guys. And I'm sorry I blew the end of this reading like this. Okay, like, share, subscribe. And if you don't, I totally understand. All right. And until the next time I see you, keep letting your inner angels live. Mwah. Ciao.